Honorable David Apasera, welcome to Point Blank.
Thank you.
Yes, they say your general secretary, the general secretary of your party, Janet Asana Nabla, says you've stolen a party vehicle, a Toyota Land Cruiser Prado with registration number here, chassis number here. And you admitted that indeed it was a party car, but now you are claiming the car is for you. And so you've stolen it. They've written to the CID, petitioned the CID to investigate. What is the matter? Why are you not releasing the party's vehicle after it was given to you to use for your presidential election or campaign in the year 2020?
Thank you for the opportunity, and say good evening to your cherished listeners. In fact, I am here as the leader of the party, and I'm here because of the allegations made against me in the public domain. And I have to come around and at least give a response in order that people may get settled over the issues.
But hang on, you said you are here in your capacity as a leader of your party.
Yes.
I thought the leader of your party was the chairman of the party.
No, that is not the issue with our party
And
constitution.
in election years, you are
the party constitution is that when you are a flag bearer, after the election, you are no longer a flag bearer, but you are a leader of the party.
So at what point does the chairman become a leader of the party?
The
Never?
chairman is also a leader of the party, but he is certainly second to the parliamentary candidate.
The presidential candidate. I see. But, you know, the position you are claiming for yourself is being contested here. The statement from your general secretary, Janet Asana Nabla, says that you, David Apasera, and Moses Daniba have been dismissed from the party since 2022. And you are no longer members of the PNC. You are not a member of the PNC. So in what capacity are you saying you are the leader of the party?
When people are interested in illegalities, they don't even know the constitution that they are holding. Nobody can dismiss any party member unless the person is taken to National Congress. It's only the National Congress that can dismiss people.
National Congress?
National Congress.
But why would National Congress, which is busy with other things, people have gathered, be dismissing or be concerned?
This is
your disciplinary committee cannot dismiss.
This is dismissal from the party.
Yes.
And that is what we are saying, that it's only the National Congress that can dismiss.
So the disciplinary committee cannot recommend to the National Executive Committee or a functional executive committee, if you have that, to dismiss somebody?
Yeah, that will be out of his position as if he's occupying or holding a position.
But not as a member of the party.
But not as a member of the party. They may recommend, but it has to go through the process. The NEC will agree. Then it will be slated at the National Congress.
So National Congress, where thousands of your party members have met, then you ask the crowd whether this person should be dismissed or not.
Yes, they will tell the crowd that these are processes they have gone through, and this is where they have reached. And the NEC, the disciplinary committee, recommends dismissal. NEC has approved it, and they are bringing it for their ratification before. And then they will now say yes before the person is dismissed.
So what happened to you and David and Moses Daniba in 2022? What happened to you? Why are we saying that you were dismissed from the party? What happened? What process happened?
Yes. You see, what happened was that after the election, we were running successfully, peacefully. But Janet became unruly, very difficult to control, very difficult to work with anybody. So the whole National Executive couldn't contain it. And we wrote a petition to the disciplinary committee. This is a petition. This is it.
And so the petition says...
And then we went to the disciplinary committee, got it, came and tried to meet Janet to find out her version of the story, or for her to be given a fair hearing. And she refused to attend. They did all they could, Finally, they had to recommend that, yes, we had to suspend her. And we called NEC, Standing Committee, NEC. The approval was unanimous to suspend her from her position as a general secretary. And then that is what we did. We suspended her. That is a copy of the letter to the press.
Yes, but she keeps. I mean, she issued a statement, or she actually wrote on behalf of the party as a general secretary.
That's why I'm saying
to the Director General of the CID to investigate you.
She cannot write any letter on behalf of the party.
No, but she is your letterhead. She's been doing that, and if she is not,
yes,
I mean, you should. Why are you
an impersonation? And
really,
certainly, yes, certainly. And after this, we are going to see how this can be.
So, who is your general secretary now?
Our general secretary now is Prince Ajimai.
Prince Ajimai is the acting general secretary.
Very good.
Because you claim that Janet Nabla, Asana Nabla, is being suspended.
Yes. Not that I claim, but that is the reality.
But she also says that you and Moses Daniba have been dismissed from the party.
Listen, let me tell you something. After we had dismissed her, before even we got to the stage of dismissing her from her position, we had to call Dr. Mahama, because Dr. Mahama, she's working with Dr. Mahama in Dr. Mahama's clinic. And Dr. Mahama and her have very good relation. And in fact, most of these things, Dr. Mahama is behind it.
Oh,
Dr.
really?
Mahama,
you're roping Dr. Mahama into
yes, Dr. Mahama. I will tell you, and I will lead you to that point. Dr. Mahama.
The former ambassador at large?
At large, yes.
The Excellency, the diplomat is behind this matter?
You will be surprised. In fact, worse than this.
Why do you say so?
I say so because after she had been suspended, we had allowed Dr. Mahama in that position for a very long time. In fact, for a very, very, very long time. And then so some of the regional chairmen, he had sent some of them to Mecca and made some kind of friends with some of them. So the moment we sacked this girl as a general secretary, he quickly called the regional chairman. Meanwhile, we had told you, we called you, and even sent the chairman and the chairman of the Council of Elders came to you and said, please do something about it, bring about peace, and even help us to run. He said he had washed off his hands from PNC.
That's Dr. Mahama.
That's what Dr. Mahama said.
At the time he was an ambassador.
After he had left as a leader of the party. And then when we said, talk to Janet, you say you have washed off your hands. If it is anything concerning your clinic, you will talk to him. But anything concerning PNC, you are not part of it.
That's fair, isn't it?
It's fair. But after she had been suspended, you now take a phone call convincing the regional chairman to come to a meeting. You called regional chairman, and some of them disrespected you and said they cannot listen to that. So those who you called, they know very little about the Constitution. They don't know anything about the Constitution. And you are supposed to be an elite, a leader of the party, and you should know better about the Constitution. And you call them and say, hey, sit down, you are constituting yourself as a NEC.
But they are members of NEC, are they not?
They are members of NEC, but you don't call NEC like that. NEC has a procedure that you call. Your procedure you call, NEC is there in our Constitution. You don't call NEC like that. And you bring them together and tell them that they should suspend me, Moses, they should suspend us and appoint an acting national leader and chairman of the party.
So who are these acting persons in your position and Daniba's position?
No, that is what they did, but they are not.
So where are they? So where are those people? They've been appointed, so they are there.
There was this. They appointed the Greater Accra Regional Chairman
as the acting leader.
Now you see, that is what.
So where is your office? Do you have an office in your office building as PNC? Do you go there?
For now, we have not. When we had this crisis, I'll come to that. When we had this crisis, we were in our office. And the police came and locked the office and took the keys from us. Why? That there was a report to them by Janet that we were going to fight, and they were preempting a fight that could bring about casualties.
Said we were going to fight.
Yes. And so they were preempting that. So they had to take the keys from us so that we will not be there and Janet will not be there because we had sacked Janet. The keys has remained with the police.
Well, but PNC is quite a small party, and the issues.
Now,
I mean,
the thing is hypocrisy and selfishness and greed and lack of respect for the party constitution. That is where...
on the part of who?
On the part of Dr. Mahama and Janet.
Really, Dr. Mahama has single-handedly led the party and moved the party for many, many years.
Look, he has constantly been sacking people who he thinks are not with him. He sacks them without anything. He can just take a letter and write and sack them. And the people didn't contest him.
And you guys will contest him.
Why would you?
I see. So now let's get to the substantive matter. So you said that the Land Cruiser was gifted to the party by Dr. Edward Mahama. Gave it to you to use for your campaign.
Yes.
And now you have taken it.
I want to move a systematical way to let people understand.
Yeah, but we don't have all day, so that's what we're trying to.
Yes.
Go ahead.
The thing is this. When we suspended this lady, doctor then brought these people and they said they had sacked us. But in our party constitution, you cannot sack anybody or suspend anybody from his position without petitioning to the disciplinary committee that is supposed to investigate and then come out with a recommendation. So what they did was null and void. They are holding.
Yeah, but I want to get to the car.
And now, and so as I'm saying, I'm here because I have to explain the situation today to people all over, but not because Janet has the locus to talk about any car. Now, the second thing is that she says a car was given to the party by Dr. Mahama. And I am saying that when Dr. Mahama came to the party in 1996, I was there as a parliamentary candidate. Dr. Mahama came with a Volvo old saloon car. And that old saloon car had been there. And it is the party that gave him cars to ride up to date. And even now, if Dr. Mahama dares me, I will tell you. What
are you saying? That Dr. Mahama's car he's using, even now that he's not in the party.
Even the car that he's using now, I know how he acquired it. And if
how did he acquire it? He's a doctor. He's a doctor of great repute. A medical doctor of great repute. Owns his own private practice. Former ambassador of our country. I mean, he can. How did he acquire the car?
When it gets to the stage, I will.
No, you don't know what you're saying. Yes, he acquired his car in his personal capacity as Edward Mahama.
I am saying that I am waiting. There is time.
All right. So the point you're making is that
the thing here is Dr. Mahama left the party. There are party pickups he's keeping in his clinic and they are working for him.
Really?
Yes.
And you as leader of the party, what have you done about it? That's true.
What can we do?
No, but the cars you claim, are yours and are not his.
The cars, one of the cars that is painted,
and they are with the party logo and things.
Is painted with party colors.
No, but it could be his own car he used for his campaign.
His own car where? I know. Mona gave the car to him. Even Mona, when Bernard Mona wanted to take the car back, it became a tussle.
But they said they reported you to they reported you to the police, and you admitted that the car was for the party.
Listen. Let me come. I'm coming.
No, but we don't have all day, and Janet is on the line. So I want to quickly ask, where did you get a car from?
Look, the car is mine. That is my position now. And I'm telling you.
That's your position now.
Yes.
No, but the car is yours, cannot be your position. How did the car become yours? You went to the showroom to buy it, or it was gifted to you? How did you acquire it?
Yes, that's why I'm saying that. We are moving towards a process. We are moving towards a litigation. I am not laying bare whatever it is.
No, but I am
saying that. Listen.
If I own my own car, it's not difficult for me to say I bought my car from this place or from that place.
Yes.
At this rate or at this cost, and this is
Yes.
the receipt.
Yes.
I'm not afraid to say so because I bought my own car.
Yes, I'm not afraid to say.
Yeah, so how did you acquire the car?
The car was gifted to me.
By who?
Yes, I don't want to go further.
No, but that's the issue. The car was gifted to you by
Yes,
the party
not the
for
party.
the election.
Who? Dr. Mahama gave the car to who?
The
Who is
party.
Dr. Mahama to buy a car for the party?
But
Then
why
he's giving
not?
The party cars.
Why can't you buy a car for the
come
party?
forth. You know what happened? In November last year, Dr. Mahama and Janet rented 4 hefty men to attack me. They came to my house, pretended they were working with national security operatives. They were there to shoot me or whatever they could do to take the
These
car.
are serious allegations.
I am telling you, I've reported it to the police.
But have you been invited by the CID on the basis of the petition sent to them?
Listen, I did that. I reported to the police about their conduct. These people followed me 3 days after to Afrikiko
And they caught the car.
and wanted
Impounded
to
the car.
forcefully take the car from me.
But it
So
didn't
I
succeed.
called the police, and the police came and escorted me to Cantonment police station. They came there and said they were national security operatives.
When they were not,
These
you claim.
4. I wrote a petition to the national security coordinator. The coordinator told me, he wrote to me, that those people I had mentioned, they are not part of their outfit.
It says that right in front of the Cantonment Police Commander, Superintendent Priscilla Frimpong, you admitted receiving the car from the party through Dr. Edward Mahama. And you're saying that you never said this?
I am saying that. Listen to me. I am telling you why I'm saying that. It is a lie. What they are doing is concoction.
And you went to change the details of the
Listen,
car into your name.
You are not allowing me to talk.
No, you are talking.
Yeah, I'm not talking. You are
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And so I am not flowing well.
No, flow.
Yes. If people are listening to me, they won't appreciate it.
Flow.
Yes.
Just flow. We don't have the.
I am telling you what happened. Now, when they did that, when the police led me to Cantonment police station and they said that, the police advised me that there was heat on the car and I should leave it. And I agreed with them because these were attacks. I didn't know their whereabouts. I don't know where they're coming from. They were party people, Dr. Mahama and Janet's party people. They spoke Mampuli, but I didn't know them.
Very well.
So from there, I reported to police. Up to this time, these people are free walking the streets of Accra.
And the police have not done much.
They haven't arrested any one person. Now, if the car was his and he had given it to me and he had documentation, do you have to kill David and take your car?
Not at all. Let me speak to Janet for just 1 minute. Janet, welcome to Point Blank. Mr. David Apasera in the studio. He says you are not general secretary. We are not going into that. He says he's not been dismissed. Indeed, the process for dismissing somebody in your party should be known to you as general secretary or former general secretary, depending on where you stand. And so he says that you and Dr. Edward Mahama are the people, destroying the party. What do you say to that?
Let me greet you and your viewers this evening. And let me thank you, Citi FM, for giving me the opportunity to be able to react to all the lies that have been perpetrated in your studios. When we talk about political parties, I want to tell all political parties out there, don't just go and pick somebody who is a novice to become your leader or your flag bearer. Because if the person doesn't know, even though the person claims that he was once an MP, but the person doesn't know anything about your constitution, the person will end up perpetrating ignorance to the public without even knowing that is what he's doing. Look, Article 67 of the PNC Constitution have shown us how to be able to conduct NEC. They say that even if the chairman or the leader is not there, 1/3 of NEC can be able to call for NEC meeting. 1/3 of NEC call for NEC meeting. They are saying that if you call for the NEC meeting, there should be somebody like a chairman or a vice to be able to chair the meeting. Henry Asante, who is the second vice chairman of PNC, was the one who chaired the meeting. They are saying that more than half of the regions, the regional chairman should be present at your next meeting. More than half of the regional chairmen of PNC were present at our next meeting. So before the God we serve, Mr. Apasera was suspended. And subsequently, we used Article 14, 1A and 1B to suspend his membership. It's in the PNC constitution that anybody who has a problem and run to court instead of following the party's constitution or hierarchy to solve his differences to the extent of even going to Congress to lay his issue down before going to court, the person's membership can be suspended.
Very well.
And subsequently, the person can be dismissed.
Very
So
well.
on the issue of his dismissal is done.
Very well.
And talking about the car, this car that he's talking about, Mr. Apasera in your studio, that is why, look, I have been crying since yesterday. Because if this is the type of country that and the type of politics people are doing, Janet Nabla, I don't want to be a politician.
Very well. We ran out of time. We ran out of time. So, I mean, we will table this properly again and have you.
But the car issue, Mr. Apasera has gone to DVLA to forge documents to make himself citizen. The Attorney General is the one that have directed.
Yeah, so the matter is with the authorities. I've seen your petition, and so I'm sure the authorities will call you to provide evidence and all of that, and they'll deal with it. And so we get to the conclusion of that, right? So we just need you to explain the dismissal and all of that. You have mentioned Article 67 and 14 of your Constitution as being your authority. So we appreciate that. We will deal with this matter again. It's a matter we will want to continue to follow to get to its conclusion. Okay. So we are grateful for your time. Mr. Apasera, so I mean that's your general secretary, your former general secretary. I'm not even sure. So that's what she is saying. Said they went through the right process, etc., etc. But my point really is the PNC is quite a small party, but you have just so big problems. How do we resolve this?
Problems have been there before we came in.
Yes, but you are not solving it. You are compounding the problems.
They are compounded because they were created by Dr. Mahama and Janet.
I see. So what would be your final word on this?
That the party was to hold a neck meeting. Dr. Mahama and Janet were the people who would disagree with it, and that it brought us close to almost the end of the year before we went to Congress in September, and the elections was December.
Very well.
Yes,
Very
and
well.
so I am here telling the general public and the party as a whole that what she is spewing out there is lies.
Very well.
And that whether we are there and they have petitioned, the truth will come out.
Very well. Thank you so much.
This is the second time the police are investigating.
Very well.
They have investigated.
And they've not found anything.
They have not found anything.
Very well.
This is the second time.
That was David Apasera, leader of the PNC.